guys, Stag, Wolf and Stag Wastelanders. So I'm out here in my, I guess you'd call it my LARPing recce kit. G36 as always. Onward research chest rig. Everly stock backpack. Multi-tarn as usual, multi-tarn druck. Multicam mechanics gloves. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of the basic concept that Wolfen and I have been working on for our version of a recce kit. So it's not really super fancy. Onward research chest rig. Like I said, the Everly stock backpack, my multi-tarn drucks, boonie cap, and the G36. And why do I want to talk about that? About having this kit, my specific kit for recce, versus everybody else's idea of a recce kit, or a reconnaissance kit, or a, this is basically my wasteland SHTF. I need to see what somebody maybe down this little valley is doing. The concept of it bore out of Wolfen and I's idea of what really would constitute recce. You know, normally you guys always see me in a plate carrier. You always see me in my my Flectarn plate carrier, or the Ranger Green Condor. The Wolfen kind of put me onto the concept of lighter is better. And I'm used to wearing plate carriers. I'm used to running all my gear as plate carrier 90% of the time, unless I'm hunting. Well, this is more of a concept for that. You could take this as a hunting concept, or as an actual shit hits, or SHTF, shit hits the fan, whatever, without rule of law, recce kit. And this is my idea of it, my concept of a SHTF without rule of law, or a hunting kit, or, you know, just generally getting out here and hiking kit for, or doing a recce, you know. I mean, obviously, doing a recce with a rifle. So the idea is to be lighter, faster, more mobile, have everything with you that you need. Have all your supplies on you, have your water on you, have your kit on you, have your food with you. Especially in harsh environments like this, conditions like this. I mean, it's about 82 degrees, 80 some degrees out here. It's pretty warm. So the concept is to have everything on you, but make your kit as light as possible. Now, a plate carrier wouldn't make that as light as possible. It wouldn't make that possible to do the recce thing. I mean, it could. My plate carrier has been set up mainly for that kind of task and purpose. But if you're really not expecting, you know, in an SHTF or without rule of law, or you're out hunting, you're not really expecting to take fire, right? You shouldn't. You shouldn't expect that. So the concept is lighter, faster, more maneuverable. And to have everything with you. And those are kind of the factors that Wolfen and I discussed while he was up here. Was if we were to bug out immediately tomorrow, or today, or whatever, what kind of kit would we take with us? What would we take? Well, obviously, prior to getting the Onward research chest rig, I would have said my plate carrier. Plate carrier, this backpack, and obviously this rifle. I would have left behind my helmet. It's not really needed, it's not really necessary. I'm not expecting to engage in prolonged firefights, right? I'm not expecting to get involved in situations where if I'm bugging out, I'm trying to get away from those situations. So when we're talking kit, we're talking recce rigs, we're talking equipment, lightweight stuff, practicality comes in. yeah, the plate carrier is nice to have. Not gonna lie, it's great to have. You know, I personally enjoy having my plate carrier, but it's not conducive to what we're doing here. So what we're doing here is we're trying to go as lightweight as possible. So again, the Onward Research chest rig. This one is in multicam arid, which actually works great for this environment. The backpack is an Everly stock backpack in regular traditional multicam, and then obviously my multi-tines and my multicam gloves. If I was really trying to recce, I'd have my face painted up, but you know, if it was wet out here, or with just a little bit of wet or a little bit of water, or some spit, I could take this clay, take the clay that's here on the ground or on the hillsides here, rub it on my face, rub it on my arms, kind of blend myself into the environment. I'm not really doing a full video on that right now because I don't have a camera person with me, and I'm just trying to show you the concept, our general concept of what we would have with our recce kit. Obviously, you know, you hear the other guys talking about their recce kit or their long range kit or their SHTF kit with chest rigs. They're not carrying a sidearm. In this type of situation, I always have a sidearm on me. I always have my primary with me. So when we're talking about our setups for recce or for hunting or for hiking, or you know, going out in the woods with your, you know, your Pew Pew, you're trying to make yourself as light as possible, and you're trying to make it that you have everything you need with you. So I guess the concept we're trying to look at is to be lighter. When you have a lot of issues, or when you have a lot of equipment or a lot of gear, and let's face it, all of us, any of us that are doing the preparedness thing, or any of us doing the gear thing, we have a lot of different types of gear. Each gear is specific to what you're doing, or is specific to its purpose. Body armor is specific to assaulting and defending. It's not really conducive to doing this, to getting out here. So I just wanted to briefly talk about that and point out that it's not really conducive. And then we're going to do a little bit more hiking. I have my camera set up with me, so I'm going to be carrying my camera. You guys will be seeing what I see as I walk, and we're going to talk about things as we walk, and maybe just get out here and show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my recce setup. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're moving through here, guys. Just kind of showing you, this is what you guys are seeing is what I'm seeing. So this is the kind of terrain I'm talking about here. When I talk about my area, the wasteland, a lot of it is arid high plains desert. So this really wouldn't be conducive to, say, a person going out here. I wonder what that was. Person coming out here just wearing a plate carrier, or you know, if you don't have supplies, obviously it's SHTF without rule of law, or you're out here hunting, you're basically just walking like this. You know, you're carrying your kit, you got your rifle, and you know, you're out here kind of hiking. You know, you're trying to move around. You're in this kind of Badlands-ish type of terrain. You know, maybe you're moving through a valley like this. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're moving through the upper spot where I stopped the truck. But the point I'm trying to make is this kind of equipment. Okay, let me see what my camera's saying. So the point I'm trying to make is, guys, you're not going to be wearing, you know, full battle rattle in a place like this. Okay, you're going to be wearing a chest rig, wearing your backpack, and you're going to be moving around out here in this kind of terrain. So, is it nice to have the plate carriers? We're going to walk back to the truck. But is it nice to have the plate carriers? Yes, it's nice to have the plate carriers. It's nice to have options and gear. It's nice to have options for the type of things you're doing. But in the grand scheme of things, I would rather be moving lighter, faster, and just kind of being able to be maneuverable. So I'm out here, like I said, out here just doing my RECCE thing, kind of showing you guys my concept of a RECCE, and I'm out here hiking in it, right? So I'm just trying to get a feel a little bit more for having the plate carrier, or the not having the plate carrier, having the chest rig, and doing more of this RECCE type of stuff, this hiking, rather than running a plate carrier in here. And honestly, like I said, it's more conducive without the plate carrier. You can see some of the rock formations that I'm dealing with out here. So, with that said, the object of this is to make ourselves as light as possible. Now, I know that's not what everybody wants to hear. They want to hear about the latest and greatest gear. They want to hear, you know, about $10,000 in body armor, or they want to hear about how we're wearing Spiritus chest rigs, or how we're going out here. Yeah, it's a $3,800 rifle. I painted it, or $3,600 rifle. I painted it. But you know, they want to hear about that kind of stuff, the expensive gear. They don't want to hear about, realistically, what we're actually going to be carrying. And you know, if it turns into without rule of law, SHTF, you know, I guess my point to you guys is, if it turns into that, well, that thousands of dollars in nods, that tens of thousands of dollars in gear and equipment becomes pointless. I mean, yeah, it's useful for certain things, but if you have to get out here and stuff like this, your body armor becomes kind of pointless and kind of useless, especially this time of year, the weather conditions, and it's generally to be out here doing that. Now I'm doing my rock hounding crap again. I just wanted to see something. But it's kind of been the concept of the wolf and stag wastelanders is we're not trying to be the guys with the latest and greatest gear. We're trying to be those guys that, hey, we get out here in the gear that we have, get out here with the weapons we have, and we do the things. Because honestly, when we're talking, you know, having all this gear, we're talking about you have the money to have the gear, for one, and two, you're not actually getting out here and doing stuff. If you're just running and gunning with plate carriers on, or you're just coming out here and thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be a cakewalk. I'm just going to walk out here. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to LARP. I'm not actually hiking in my gear. I'm not actually doing things. Or I have all this gear. Because there are two types of individuals, let's face it. There are the guys that have all this type of gear that it just sits there in their closet. They put it on once in a while, the LARP, they go out, they don't hike in it, they don't wear it, they don't see what works, what doesn't work, they don't fix things, they don't adjust things to make it work. And then there's guys like Wolfen and I who, we've made adjustments to our equipment. We've made adjustments to our kit. We've made adjustments to our camo choices. We've gotten out here, tested our equipment, and we know what works for us, what works for the areas that we're going to be in. And so I kind of wanted to do this video, guys, and really bring this home to you. That put you on the tailgate here. I wanted to bring this home to you guys. That, you know, yes, it's cool to have multiple sets of plate carriers or multiple sets of camis and multiple pieces of kit. But realistically, you got to find what actually works. So what actually works for me is the setup I have going here. It's more conducive to what I'm doing. The camouflage is perfect for the terrain, for the grass, for whatever I'm dealing with. It's proven itself in the camo test video that I'm sure a lot of you saw, some of you didn't. It's proven itself to be useful in even the woodland environment. And there's going to be some more video, obviously, coming up in the next week of me doing it in a different woodland area. One that might be a little less dense or it might be worse. But the object is to test my gear and to get out here and prove that you don't need to have, you know, $80,000 in equipment or $200,000 or $10,000 in plate carriers. You know, you don't need a plate carrier for every different option, every different environment that you're going to be in. A chest rig works just fine. Backpack works just fine. And I'm finding myself more leaning towards this setup that I'm wearing now and the actual fairness or the actual use and the purpose of a chest rig. So if you guys stuck around this long and you guys want to know more, or you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It helps us, really helps us out. We're trying to build ourselves, trying to really establish what we're about. So again, you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Comment if you guys want to see more videos like this, more videos of me just in my gear, just talking, coming up with ideas, and discussing ideas and concepts, and what really makes a better concept, especially in terrain like this. Open arid environments like this. So, as always guys, this has been Stag with Wolf and Stag Wastelanders, and I'll see you in the wasteland.